Polycom RealPresence Trio 8800, the silent game changer every conference room actually needs. There is a quiet cost hiding inside every conference room that relies on outdated audio equipment, and most teams never stop to calculate it. Every muffled sentence that needs repeating, every remote participant who drops out of the conversation because they simply cannot hear clearly, every meeting that runs long because comprehension failed before decisions could land, those moments add up. A department head once described spending the first 10 minutes of every weekly call just confirming that everyone could hear each other. That is not a technical inconvenience. That is lost momentum, reduced confidence, and a slow erosion of how seriously people take the room itself. So the real question is not whether your current setup works. It is whether it is quietly costing you more than you realize. The consequences reach further than most people expect, and they rarely announce themselves loudly. First, participants in the room start unconsciously leaning toward the phone, a small physical signal that the device is not carrying its weight. Second, remote participants begin disengaging, contributing less because the effort of being heard feels greater than the value of speaking. Third, and most quietly damaging, the team's confidence in the meeting itself starts to erode. There is a particular kind of mental fatigue that comes from straining to catch every third word. An IT manager once described it as managing two meetings at once, the one happening in the room and the one happening on the call, with neither fully succeeding. Better audio does not just improve sound quality, it restores the sense that everyone in the conversation actually belongs there. This is where the Polycom RealPresence Trio 8800 enters, and everything changes. Don't just pick any conference phone. Make sure it has 360-degree microphone coverage up to 20 feet, so you never experience the frustration of remote participants missing half the conversation again. The mechanism is straightforward. 3 built-in cardioid microphones work together to capture the room evenly, while Polycom HD voice, acoustic clarity, and noise block handle the cleanup before a single word reaches the other end of the call. And yes, I tested this myself. What surprised me was how natural the full duplex audio felt. 2 people could speak at the same moment without either voice cutting out, which the legacy IP7000 struggled with consistently. The 5-inch capacitive touchscreen makes joining a call feel as intuitive as unlocking a phone. Local 5-way HD voice conferencing works directly on the device. Bluetooth and NFC pairing connect to mobile in seconds. USB connectivity turns the Trio 8800 into a speakerphone for any laptop running Zoom, Teams, or another soft phone instantly. A facilities manager described it as the first conference phone she ever installed that required no training handout. One detail about how this performance holds across sustained heavy use is worth exploring next. After testing a few options, one thing became clear. The sustained performance of the Polycom RealPresence Trio 8800 is not a first impression feature. It is a daily operational reality. A government technology review noted peak speaker volume around 92 decibels at half a meter, with broad codec support and enterprise-grade security built in, calling it a dependable choice for distributed teams where clarity and security both matter. An IT manager who deployed more than 100 units reported 0 complaints about feedback or echo since replacing legacy hardware, and confirmed that provisioning across a large campus was straightforward. A longtime Polycom user who had relied on the IP7000 for nearly a decade described the microphone pickup at the far end of a 20-foot table as a revelation rather than an incremental improvement. Personally, the noise block behavior stood out. Background noise that would have bled through older hardware simply disappeared from the conversation without manual adjustment. The common objection around initial investment is fair, and it deserves a calm response. The Trio 8800 supports Skype for Business, Microsoft Teams, Zoom, and OpenSIP simultaneously across firmware, which means it travels with an organization through platform migrations rather than requiring replacement. That unresolved detail from earlier, sustained reliability under heavy use, is answered clearly by teams that have run these units daily for years without performance degradation. More organizations replacing aging conference hardware are landing on the Polycom RealPresence Trio 8800 as the dependable center of their meeting rooms. And the pattern is consistent. A small business owner described clients regularly commenting on how clear the calls sounded, adding that the Trio replaced 3 separate devices that had previously cluttered the conference table. Clarity changes how a room is perceived. If your current setup is quietly costing your team focus, confidence, or time, the Polycom RealPresence Trio 8800 is a calm and practical next step worth exploring. Link in the description. First one pinned to the top. No pressure, just a direct path to a meeting room that finally works the way it should.
For demo videos and current pricing, check the link in the description.